When I first moved down here, I was a very shy kid. I really didn't talk to a lot of people, and I really kept to myself, and it took me a while to branch out and really open up. And when I got here, I really felt like I could be myself. So when I applied those skills here, it was easier for me to apply it to my school life and home life. When I met Tim, he was one of the choristers that graduated high school and everything. It really made me open my eyes to a world of different possibilities, because the choir school has given him the opportunity to win scholarships for something that he loved. And I love music. It's something that's been a part of me my whole life. So when I really thought that I couldn't really do much with that, and the choir school opened this window that really made it a dream of mine to really become what I can be now, it was amazing. Something that keeps me coming back is we're really a big family. We have so many different inside jokes and so many laughs and so much times that we're really all connected as one, and we never judge each other, we never call each other out, we always deal it like regular human beings. And it's something that kept me coming back because there's really no negativity here. It's all positivity and something that you could smile at every day. When I first started off at the choir school, I had no idea how to sight read music or how to play the piano, and throughout the years it really helped me learning the musicianship and the new pieces, because I got to get that skill now where I could look at a piece of music and read it and actually understand what I'm singing without me guessing and getting every single note wrong. And it really helped me shape who I am today, because singing, it's harder than everybody thinks. It's not just some notes that comes out of your mouth. It's really just learning the concept. So for me, learning that now, it's probably going to make it easier for me in the future. I'm not going to lie, I am not the best at math. My whole life I've struggled with math, and this year I have these mentors that like to come and they help me out, and it really helps me strive, because when I take tests, I have really no idea what I'm doing, and now I'm more comfortable with the topics that I'm learning because I have that one-on-one mentor, which really helps, because me as a person, it makes me more confident in the things that I'm learning.
I feel like the choir school helps the community by being more supportive and having the tutors when the kids come for the after-school program. And if I'm ever having trouble with math or reading, they're always there, and they've really helped during math that I don't understand. I feel like the way that people have grown in the choir school is that everybody's like much more happier. I have a more positive outlook after being at the choir school. A lot of the time I'll be at school and I've made a lot more friends from being in choir. It just makes me really happy. I feel like the choir school's really important and should stay here because of how much they're teaching people about music and how much they're spreading like all their joy and all their like energetic spirits. And everybody's so happy here. And when they spread that to other people by singing, it really puts a smile on other people's faces.
I sing with the kids, and I sing in other community choruses, so singing in choruses is what I love to do. And then, because I was a high school math teacher, I have math skills, so I come early on rehearsal night and help anybody that needs help with math. When I started singing, the director, Ariane, assigned Sean to sit next to me and follow on the music together. And Sean was very reluctant to sing because his voice was changing. But he always saved me a seat. He'd go, "Miss Peggy, come sit right here." He always saved me a seat. And even though he wasn't singing, he was always following along. And when I would get lost, he would point out to me where we were. And this year, his voice has changed enough for him to sing with the men. But he's still, "Hello, Miss Peggy, where are you going to sit?" He makes sure I have a seat. He looks out for me. And I've seen, and he loves shaking hands with my husband and saying, "Hello, how are you?" His social skills are he's really interacting with adults well as he's getting older and singing where he wants to sing. So when you stop doing what it is you were trying to do, when you retire, so you cook dinner, you go out and shovel the walk, and maybe go to exercise class, and I'd sort of forgotten that I know how to do stuff. I know how to teach math. I can help people who aren't understanding what's happening in their math assignments, and bringing that with the kids reminds me of that. I have some professional skills that I can share that I'm not sharing anywhere else in my life. The other thing is that I can read music, and a lot of the kids can't read music, and so I can help them read music. So that's a skill that I take very much for granted because I've known how to read music for so long, but I know how to read music and I can share that as well. At first, when the kids were just getting to know me, and about the third week I was here, one of the girls knew me by name and threw her arms around me, and I thought, oh, this is very clever. They are bonding me to these kids by having her greet me. The other thing I love about this chorus is most of the choruses that I'm in sing one type of music. I'm in a chorale, the men wear tuxedos, the women wear gowns, it's all classical music. I'm in a jazz chorus, it's all jazz. The music we sing here is a real variety of music. We sing spirituals, we sing church music, we sing classical music, we sing popular music. I really like that as well.
I've learned a lot how to sight read because I never really knew how to sight read before this, and lessons with Mr. Benton have actually really helped. I mean, I took a couple of lessons in school, but I was taught by an older kid who eventually graduated, so I had nobody to really teach me. Things like how to stand, breathing, simple things like that. But I've also learned through other people how to work together. Generally, I like the atmosphere. It's a really good atmosphere, and every time I come here, I feel like I at least leave feeling much better than I came. I'm going to go to basic training for the National Guard 2 months after I graduate in August for, training for my job and for training overall. And I think the choir school has helped me in a way that I know that I'm not alone and that teamwork is very essential. And discipline overall, because discipline's a big thing when it comes to any branch of the Army. I only know one person here that's a colleague that's outside of here, which is Lex. She has changed a lot. As a person and in confidence, I've seen that grow in her, because when I first knew her, there was a lot of things that she wouldn't do, but I actually got her to join me for a talent show at my high school, and that's something I didn't think I'd see her do 3 years prior to now.
I was enlightened to the choir school when I was at a vocal concert for my school, and there was a booth set up with a nice lady who was wearing a cute dress and Converse, and she told me all about this program that had piano lessons and singing, and it goes all over the place, and I was like, that sounds like my kind of jam, so I joined, and I love it, so it worked. My favorite experience at the choir school in particular was probably, I believe, a year or two ago when we went to ACDA and we did a concert for a seminar kind of thing. And we were singing this song and it sounded really good, better than it ever sounded. And right when we ended the song, it was completely silent for a second. And Mr. Harley, the conductor, leaned in and just whispered a little thank you, and he looked really moved, and it hit me really hard, and it meant a lot because for a while I had been in kind of a slump around that time, and it reminded me of why I love making music, because it moves people. And so seeing that and then seeing people clap and having people come up after me like that was beautiful, that was amazing, you've changed my perspective, all that stuff, it was enlightening, if you will. It was moving. The main thing that has impacted me being at the choir school has probably been the unity between multiple people from multiple worlds. I grew up in a pretty tight-knit neighborhood. I went to a Catholic school. It was a small school, didn't know many people, very similar lifestyles. And so not until middle school did I get a bunch of diverse experiences, and I joined here a little bit after I joined a public school, and I got so many different perspectives on life. I got a chance to see things from so many different angles, and with how divided the world can be at times, seeing a place where no matter who you are, no matter what age or race or gender, any of that, you're still part of this family. And I think it gave me a lot of hope for the future.